the best real talk you can have with yourself. Hello and welcome to the podcast. I am Paul Drick, I am your host. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that you've followed me along my journey. This is episode number 32, so I'm quite proud of that. I'm getting down the numbers, and yeah, I'm hoping that each day that I do it, I can bring some more value to you and to hopefully improve your life so you can live a life of happiness, you can live a life without regret, and you can become happy every day. The LLB Project, because it's your birthright. Now, this is going to be quite a serious talk today, because I think sometimes we need that, kick up the butt to make sure that we are really doing the most and the maximum amount of, effort that we can put into our lives to change it. Because often enough, we actually say we are putting the most into it, but in actual fact we're not. We really only put half-ass doing something because it's, easier. It's less hurtful if we fail. So, are you doing everything in your power to create the life that you were dreaming about every single day? Because I guarantee it now that you are at least wishing your life away to what you want, or the fact that you are wishing a more fulfilled life, you're wishing to feel more important, whatever it is, you're wishing it every single day, but you're not taking the actions to put forth to get what you want. So, first real bit of this podcast is about trying to find your problems. We don't like to admit our own faults. We don't like to admit what parts of us that we'd like to change, or at least not to other people anyway. So, what I highly recommend doing, this is going to be quite a leap of balls, if I say, because you've got to find out what other people think without having judgments. So, what I need you to do is to write a message to everyone that is close to you, your friends and your family. And I want you to put in this email and asking them, or text message, or wherever you want to do it, and message them saying, "Hi, I want to improve my life and I want to be the best version of myself. I need you to tell me what you really think about me." Now, this might be quite hard to accept, because it's from friends and family, but you're asking this question because then you know what areas in your life that other people can see that you need to either improve on or that they like. Because you can ask them, can you name 3 things that maybe I can improve on, or things that you feel like that I could change? And then if you feel like, you're being too mean, then give me 3 things that I'm actually good at and you love me for and stuff like that. Now, I learned this little concept from the book The Miracle Morning. Fantastic book. Definitely a great way to start your day. And if you haven't got a morning routine, then, even if you've got a morning routine, still say, read that book, because it'll get you probably a better morning routine. Now, I've been doing it a few days now, about 4 days, and I've seen a massive improvement just within 4 days. Now, it's a 30-day challenge. Obviously, you've got to do it after that. But it's a 30-day challenge to try and imprint that new habit for the next 30 days. So they say the first few weeks are the hardest, and after 21 days, you start building a habit, and then it starts getting easier. Now, I'll digress a little bit. So once you've done that, you'll get responses back from other people. But in the meantime, while you're waiting for their responses, I want you to get an A4 piece of paper, or whatever paper, and write down problems I need to solve. And then write a list of all the problems. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you've been watching from the start, I quite like doing lists. I think there's nothing better than sitting down with a pen and paper and writing down things that you need, to do with your problems, what you want, what your desires are, what your goals are. This way, you just come back to it and read it, and then come back to it again, read it again, change it. So write a list of all the problems in your life that you want to change. Now, this could be as simple as you don't have enough money. This could be as simple as you don't have enough time. You don't spend enough time with the kids. You feel like you are shy, that could be a problem that you want to solve. You feel like you don't have a girlfriend, that could be a problem. It could be anything, literally every single last issue that you want in your life. Now this will be quite a realization to think, wow, you know what? This is a few more issues than I thought I had. But as soon as you get them out in the open and you've cleared the air, you'd have a starting position to where to go from here. So this is how you get from being a fixed in the ways of the past to becoming more of a growth person to act towards making a better future. So once you've done that and you've got responses back from everyone else, you might have the same from them as what you've wrote down. And obviously what you need to do is pick the best ones that you want to change first. So probably the ones that have given you the most pain, the ones that actually keep you up at night, or the ones that you really have been planning to do for so long, but yet you haven't done it yet. So that's always a good one. Now for me personally, mine was like, I didn't have a purpose and I was struggling for ages to find my purpose of what I wanted to do in life. And I tried loads of different things. I tried loads and loads of different jobs, which I absolutely hate doing. As soon as I left school, I went straight into work because back then I didn't think there was any other way except because you get told. I'm 31 now, so when I was back in school, it was at least 16 years ago, there was entrepreneuring and stuff like that, but there wasn't really stuff like podcasting and blogging, and there weren't any social media and stuff like that. So I don't think there was any social media. No, I don't think there was. I think there weren't no Facebook or things like that. But it was more of the mindset of you needed to get good grades, so then you could get a good job. But because I absolutely hated school, and the fact that from year 9 to year 11, I pretty much skived off most of my lessons. I went to the important, well, they say important, English, maths, science. What else did I go to? I went to art because I enjoyed art. And that was it. I didn't go to any other classes. And the only reason I went to them is because if I didn't, they were the ones that you get most in trouble with. So I used to skive off from PE, religious education, history, everything like that. Didn't used to go to it because I absolutely hated school. Now, I left school. I had crap grades. I think I had C's and D's. Now, some people might think that's alright, but in my opinion, that was pretty shocking. I think I could have got a lot better, but I didn't go. But hey ho, I don't regret doing it because I never enjoyed going. The only thing that I did regret at that time is knowing that the grades were the thing that were going to help me get a better job. So when I actually left school, I went straight into trying to find work, and I went to work at a cafe. It's like, it was called Trago Mills down in Cornwall, and it's like this big superstore that sold like literally everything that you could possibly think of, from kitchenware all the way to clothes to then animal stuff. And it was just one superstore that literally had everything that you could possibly think of in one shop. Now they had a cafe on site, and I remember working there with my mate. He applied exactly the same. We were both there, and at the time we were quite young. I think I was one of the youngest in years, so I might have been 15 or just turning 16. And at the time, smoking weed and just being, rebels at that age, being stupid. So we used to go off at break time and go and have a joint or whatever in woods. And it would just, as a kid, you thought, well, that's it now. I'm now working, I'm earning money. So you think you're the king, aren't you? So you're working in the cafe, just in kitchen, washing pots. Soon come to realise I hated it. I think my friend got sacked first, and then I got sacked. And then I went on to doing a wetsuit factory, got sacked from there. Then I worked for my dad for a little bit. He was doing like sign writing at the time. A whole different story that is. That is something that it kind of flipped the whole of our family upside down, and it just ended up pooing us out badly. So that's a whole different story on that one. And then over the years, I did more things. I did like landscape gardening. I worked in more factories. I've done window cleaning. I've worked at Tesco's on the deli counters, doing butchers, doing like the fishmongering and stuff like that. I actually quite enjoyed that one, but there just weren't enough hours. I quite like chopping up the fish and filleting it, and stunk, but it was quite fun. Yeah, and then as the years gone on, did more and more jobs that I absolutely hated doing, and yeah, it kind of thinks to yourself, is this my life from now on? Am I in these jobs forever? Because it come to the point where I was thinking I was about 29. So I was close to being 30, thinking, I need to find something that I can do for the rest of my life. I need to settle down and stay in one job so then I can get a retirement. Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? That sounds amazing, doesn't it? So yeah, I had to make the decision. I need to find something that I needed to do for the rest of my life. And that's when I thought about personal training and went down that route. But that was like the turning point of thinking, wow, I either do a job now for the rest of my life that I'm generally going to stay in now for the next 10, maybe 15, maybe 20, maybe 30 years, or I try and find something that I can truly be passionate about doing and enjoy it, so then when I do it for them 15, 20 years, I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. So if you're at that point in your life right now where you are in a job or you're in a situation in your life that if you don't change it now, is it going to be, that detrimental to you that you're going to end up being miserable then for the next 20, 30 years? Do you think it's time to change? Do you think it's time to, start improving on your abilities and your mindset and your passions in life? I think this is the moment in your life right now that you need to figure out the things that you love doing, put every effort you can into trying to make it work, and then hey presto. I love watching Gary Vee because he puts loads of things into perspective. Like he said, how are you supposed to know what, like at the age of 20, what you want to do for the rest of your life? Which is true, and that means at that age you should be experimenting, doing all these different jobs. You should be like doing things that excite you, the things that make you passionate, and things like that. Not get into a job just to pay the bills and feel miserable about doing it. Just experiment, enjoy it, love it. And then as the years go on, you'll find out which you love, which you think you actually don't like that anymore, and then you'll get to the point of thinking, right, I can either take this path where I friggin' love what I do, or I can take this other path because I think it's secure. And I think it's, gives you that security and that, that boring rubbish. Or you can go on the main route of where you're going to be loving your life. Don't get me wrong, the way that you love your life might not necessarily be the one that brings in the most money. But would you rather have enough money to survive and be happy? Or would you rather have more money and be miserable every single day? Wishing that you weren't there, wishing that you had your time back when you die in 30 years' time. Today, see what I mean, is about being real with yourself. You need to, and I need to be fair, I've done this many a time. I've had this talk with myself and ended up falling back in the same traps as I did before, getting back in that fixed mindset of, oh, well, I can't do that, or I don't have enough education for that. And then you start doubting yourself and it starts bringing back all this emotions and rubbish and just, so it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you, it is hard. But what's the alternative? What is the alternative? You being miserable and mardy and just hating life just because it's a little bit hard and you have to get out of your comfort zone. The hardest part is doing that first step. Once you finish that first step, it gets easier. It's like going over a hill. You're like, getting to the peak of the hill, you take that last step, that's going to be the hardest, and then you take that step, and then you're on the flat, and then you take another step, you're on the flat, and then you take another step, and you start coming down the hill, and then you start coming down and down and down, and it gets faster and faster and faster because you've taken them steps. Like this podcast. You watch my first episodes, or you listen to the first episodes, I sound monotone, I sound boring, I sound, not the most energetic person, but it hasn't taken long. 30 days, just over 30 days, and obviously a massive improvement. So it's about getting your perspective, your beliefs, your energy, your passion, your desires. It could be to feel more important, it could be to better your life, it could be to change your mindset, it could be anything, but just focus on what you want and what you aspire to be towards, and just do it. There's got to be a role model in your life that you think, yeah, I want to be like that. It could be your father, it could be somebody else, it could be, don't have to be necessarily a celebrity, but it could be anyone that you can think of that you think, wow, they've got it, I want to aspire towards them. because they have changed. They haven't, excuse me, they've not woken up better than anyone else. A baby is just a baby. It's how the baby goes from being a baby to an adult is where the mindset and the passion and the dreams and the desires come in. Because you could either be with a family that respects itself on, having a safe and secure job, getting good grades. So when you leave school, that's what you've got because it's been imprinted in your brain all the time. Or you could have a family that feels like passion and creativity and open mindfulness and everything like that is the best way to go. So when they turn, they might not have had the best grades in school, but when they leave school, they've got the knowledge that they need to start a new career in a business that they love to do because they've taken all their passions throughout the years to then finally at the end know what they're doing. So it's something to definitely get to do soon, today if you can, because every day that you lose is another day closer to you not getting your dreams. Trust me, I know what it feels like to feel lost, to not feel like you've got a purpose. I felt like that for years and years, and I absolutely hated it. And I don't think people realise that if you're one of these people who wants more out of life, but yet you don't know what to do about it, you get angry, you get frustrated, you get so et up inside that no matter what anyone else does, it doesn't resonate with you because you're that angry with yourself that you haven't done what you wanted to do in your life. So this is where the regret comes in. If you're angry and you're regretful, you're only going to take that into the future. So you need to put it down on paper, start making the steps towards what you want to do in life, so then you can get rid of that resentment. You can get rid of that regret of the past. Who cares what happened in the past? Use it as a learning tool to move forward. You want to be able to use it to your advantage, not your disadvantage. I've been like this. I've been stuck. I've been trapped. I feel like I'm a slave to other people because I've had to go to workplaces that I didn't want to do, and I'm the only person to blame. No one else. No external, outside things like the environment, schools, business, parents. Obviously, say if your parents have brought you up that way, then you've got a better chance. But there was nothing stopping me whatsoever creating a better mindset. There was nothing stopping me from following my dreams, and there was nothing stopping me from being the person who I wanted to be, except myself. It's a hard truth to swallow, but I'm not where I want to be because of myself and my commitment to my own life, to creating the joy, the love, the compassion, the full fulfillment because of me. I am accepting that, and I am taking full responsibility for me. So it's up to you if you want to do that yourself. It's a hard bullet to swallow, but as I say, what do you want to do with your life? Do you want to make it better, or do you want to keep living the life that you're living now? Right, that's it for today, guys. As I say, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here. And just before you go, I am interviewing people to come on the podcast. We're going to talk about your life, see if there's any information I can give you to help you out to try and create happiness and to try and give you that fulfillment that you actually need. If you want an opportunity to come on the podcast, if you comment around here or find me on my social media accounts, DM me or anything like that, I will happily message you back and get you on the podcast. Or if you just want to get access to my free course, which you'll get if you come on for an interview anyway. But if you want access to the free course that I'm doing, it's a 6-week free live workshop. If you go to freedomliveschool.com/free-live-workshop, just fill in one question, press submit, bing, bada, bosh, bada, boo, done. You've got access to the free course, which is going to be a transformation course that's going to help you reconnect with yourself to find happiness without worrying about other people's judgments. Right, that's it for today, guys. I hope to see you again soon, and thanks for tuning in.